Hi again, it's Lori Christos. I'm back after I showed you a preview of all my short necklaces a little while ago for my show. I actually was running out of battery, and then I left out like the knockouts because those were on display stands. So the most important pieces I've yet to show you. So there's not a lot, so this will be short and sweet. This one, I found this piece. It's just a gold tone. It's actually Spanish, and it has like some kind of like religious, I don't know what is in there. I know I've seen that before, but I'm not going to guess. I don't know if it's a reliquary or what, but these are very common pieces that you see in Spain that are usually solid gold or solid sterling. They're calling this one silver gilt, so like gold over sterling for this particular piece. It's two-sided, and it's like a stunner. So I love everything that comes out of Spain if you're watching my videos. So with this one, such a beautiful thing. I wanted to just put it on something chunky, and I'm kind of getting tired of the long necklace look. I've been doing that forever, and I do have quite a collection that I might show you tomorrow. But this one, I thought, let's just funk it up, and we'll put it on something really elegant and the same gold tone. And of course, we've got some rhinestone bubbles, and it is, I think, just a stunner. So this one, such a one-of-a-kind, because I don't ever find these pieces, like, ever, where I can touch them with a 10-foot pole. But I got lucky, and again, this is something at my show that would be $250 because this is such a rare piece. And if anybody's interested and wants a one-of-a-kind Spanish-looking treasure, I'm offering the 20% off to the YouTubers, anybody that emails me and reaches out. I mean, so that would be like $200 to you guys, and it's an amazing piece. And like I said, if you wear a lot of gold, I wear a lot of gold and silver mixed. This will mix in just fine. No one will know, but it is silver gilt, so silver with gold gilt over it. These were recently put on a short or featured on eBay, I'm sorry, on YouTube. And I'll just show you the Whopper first, because this is a Whopper. And I never gave really a price, but this is going to go to my show. And this is all sterling, this piece and this piece. This is, I got in Florence. It's by Copini, and they're really famous for doing these ornate silver intricate detail pieces. This is heavy. This is like got to be probably 15 grams on the bottom, or 20. I haven't weighed it. And just stunning. If you look, I was going over here earlier and it was coming in better, but there is a cherub on the bottom that is like so beautiful. I wish you could see all this detail. So maybe if I put it back on this little guy, you can see it. But don't come back and finish a video when you're too tired. Okay, here we go. There it is. So just a stunner from Florence. Solid. It's 800 silver there. It's vintage or antique. It's really got a bright patina for an older piece. The beads that are on, I have a video explaining what they were, but I bought them from a vendor on YouTube or a seller, and they were not inexpensive. I mean, I liked them because I love the balls anyways for stuff like sterling, but, Navajo-y and turquoise Southwest vibes. But this particular one had like a lighter bead that picked up the patina there, and then it had like a gilvery, a little bit darker filigree ball that I love. To me, anything filigree, has got Spanish vibes, so I loved it together. So this piece in particular would be like $495 at my show, just light of $500, and because it's worth it all day long. It's a stunner. You wouldn't even need anything else in your jewelry box for the rest of your life, but it would be $420 off to YouTubers, and it's only going to be here for that price until it sells at a show, which is basically about 10 days from now. I'll be done with all of my shows. So if it's still here and Lori doesn't keep it after that, it'll still be at a 400 price. But I would nab it now if you like anything, because they are one of a kinders. This one I showed on the mix and match kind of Misfits as a broken bar pen sterling piece that I ended up putting on a sterling chain and adding a sterling cross at the bottom with a cherub binding. This looks like a very Victorian vibe. I'll just go back to this because I got a lot going on and I don't want to take it off. Okay, I think it's stunning. Really big, bougie look. This one would be $160 at my show, so you can do the math. If you like this piece, I would nab it because Lori doesn't come across sterling Victorian pins very often that a girlfriend just says, here, you can have this, try to make something out of it. Okay. So these were the stunners, you know, the stunners of the stunners. This one, I put this on TikTok. I had it on Put Your Armor On song, and it was like 800 views on like the first day. It's 2 pieces. So this one on the top, I did nothing to. Let me take, okay, I only added an extender of some beads because it was like total choker. But I love the filigree, the detail, the cutout. You know, it's a Victorian with like glass that looks like a pale citrine. It's very light. I'll put it over here by itself. But, I mean, it looks like you're wearing some sort of like medieval armor. So, can't get enough of that. This one is $145 on its own at my show. It has its own beautiful, beautiful detail on the chain, but the chain just, I don't even think it made it around my neck. I like to breathe when I wear jewelry, and I don't like to be uncomfortable, like, oh, I gotta take it off. It itches, or I can't breathe. So I do make all my jewelry, even this one being pretty much needed nothing for me, but it just needed some little lengthening where you have options here now as an extender to wear it, and I think it's pretty great, and it's on its own. So this is like a Victorian piece, and $160 at my show. I think it's about $145 here, but just stunning. Now it's going to be worn short, obviously, so you can still layer. And if you're into my kind of vibe, there's not a lot of people that are into it this all the way kind of vibe, but this particular one could be worn underneath it like you saw, and it would just, you know, knock your block off. Knock your block off. So I will explain it again since it's for sale, and I'm looking forward to hearing from people with inquiries. The middle piece is a deco antique filigree, marcasite, sterling, was a pin, very finely made, so won't scratch. Turned it into a pendant, added a sterling, stunning antique cross, and there is a Virgin Mary there. I put her there. It's stunning. I've had it on. It's beautiful. And the chain is just that, it's like a faux, but it's still got beautiful detail, matches the patina, like book chain. So I wish I could put it on for y'all, but it doesn't really go. It's stuck, but this is beautiful. And this one, again, I'll put it over here. I mean, I can't get enough of this particular one. Even if I made it, it doesn't matter. I didn't make this piece. I didn't make, you know, this. I found them and put them together. So when I pat myself on the back because I love something, it's only because I'm just finding the pieces, the findings, and maybe adorning to a degree, but I'm not making chains. I'm not a silversmith. No, I'm not that kind of jewelry designer. I am just a lover of vintage, and I like to find and hunt and squirrel it down and then throw it all on my desk and go whoosh, and then create. And sometimes I go over and over a piece, and sometimes something like this just goes boom, 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 comes together to my liking. So this particular one, because of the sterling, uniqueness of the piece. This one is about, I'm gonna say it's gonna be $3.95, almost $400, and then you guys can get 20 off if you want it. Okay, I'm gonna move along. I really spent a little longer on those because they're my favorites. Obviously, I showcase them. This one, I'm not gonna show the one on the bottom. It's longer. I'm sticking with short pieces today. But this is obviously a layering. So, you know, you can go this one on the top and this one on the bottom, but I'm not even going to bother. It's already in a video. This one is a very rare miraculous metal. Also, Maltese cross combo, brass, killer metal. Never in my life have seen it. So when I part with it, I will be sad, but I will be happy for the new owner. This is the most expensive beads that I find, unless they're solid gold or solid sterling, but they're a double cap filigree antique rosary bead. And to me, this looks like Spain all day long. Not so much Italy, because Spain does a lot with the filigree caps, and this would have looked great on that pendant as well. But this just reads Spain all day long. And it's, to me, stunning and rare, but classic. And wear it with a t-shirt and jeans, or wear it with anything, literally anything. Your robe, I wear everything with my robe. This one is the one that goes on the bottom if you were layering. Just to show you, I have, I don't want it to get twisted up, but this is a cross that I use a lot, a Victorian cross, and you can layer this together, and it would be a lot, but gorgeous, in my opinion. But I'm going to get this one out of the way because it's long, and keep with the shorts. Okay. So you can go here. All right, I'm trying to stay organized. That is not possible. Okay, the few other ones I wasn't able to show you that were hanging with the long ones by accident because I ran out of room is this one. This is like pewter-ish. I think it is a pewter cross, but it's on a burnished silver rope chain, lighter weight, not super heavy, but this piece is heavy. I adorned it with, this is the Victorian style, with a rhinestone cross, and also as a bonus, and I couldn't figure it out, I added also a Virgin Mary medal that is ornate and kind of looks like it's part of the piece. So one day you can wear it like this when you're into the bougie bling, and the next day, oh, it's just a treasure. It's very old and simple. So there you go. This is a stunning piece. This is $160 retail. So look, that's a beauty. If you like a big chunky look or a statement piece, that's the statement piece you might like. And if you like silver tone. Okay, pass, long. I've only got a few left. Then we can go. I can go to bed. Okay, I just couldn't sleep until I finished. This one I actually showed in a video. When I think it was like the mix-in or the tidbits or the misfits, because I bought this Art Nouveau piece, Finding. It's not sterling. It's just silver tone, but it's not totally tinny. It has a little weight to it. Some of those are like, you know, you can bend them with like your pinky finger, but this one she's just gorgeous. I mean, I've seen her before, so she's a beautiful Art Nouveau, stunning woman in like a floral scene, and I just put her on just a plain pearl rosary because I love the contrast of the dark patina and then the light bead, and then of course the metal in between is what ties it in. But I actually made it the other day, like, oh, it looked good on everything. I even put it on, like even the silver chain, it looked amazing. So I had to like think about it until I settled on this, but then I had put it on and I'm like, okay, I love this. It looks treasure boxy. It's huge. It's literally like 2.5 inches. One of a kind, unique, and because it is a lighter weight, you know, non-sterling piece, and this one is, you know, just a vintage rosary. This one would be $95 at my show, so $75 here. I'm gonna keep going. There's only a couple, but these have my signature creamy pearls, my favorites in the world. Everything looks gorgeous on a faux creamy pearl. If you have a real pearl, that works too. This one is, oh, a lot of misfits here because I don't want to like hook it because it's like broken. So here we go. The top mosaic piece is a broken clip back earring. It's got filigree, luckily, detail on the bottom, so I was able to hook a little connector mosaic from a bracelet that I bought recently that is featured in a lot of my videos, along with one of the bracelet pieces, a micro mosaic antique Italian floral connector onto a very old micro mosaic, just like a pendant. I mean, just, I never like had any idea what to do with the pendant. It was so like, needed something, and this one is like, okay, let's just do, I'm a micro mosaic lover vibe here. Goes with absolutely everything, has every color in it, it's all antique. This is $95. I don't know who wouldn't like that because I want to keep it, but I can't. I'm a hoarder. You can't hoard your own jewelry. Like, it's one thing when you are a reseller and you go and buy, you know, an antique piece, okay? Like a turquoise piece. And then you're like, oh, you know, I can resell that one day because, you know, I'll just get my use out of it. But when you hand make it, like this is one, like I explained earlier, this is one of my favorites. When you hand make it and you want to keep it, like it's like a new thing for me. It's like, oh, maybe it's because I'm getting older and I just know I cannot hunt down all this stuff and scrounge my life away at my age. So when I end up making one that I know in a million years I will never come close to repeating, I want to keep it. But I'm not. I'm just going, let it go. Let it go. So, no, let it go. Okay, you saw that one already anyways, and that one was 160, I do believe. Okay, here we go. This is, okay, this one I might not let go of because this is going to be 195 because it's a sterling, I'm sorry, 175 because this is a sterling beautiful cross. It's up there with one of my favorites. It also has a rhinestone cross atop, and now I layered it twice, and now we have another sterling Virgin Mary piece on top. So you've got this layered with two pieces on the creamiest and most really good condition antique pearl rosary beads. And these are getting harder for me to nab. So I love sterling with creamy pearls. I just love the contrast. So this is going to be a 175er because this is one that, you know, I just know I'm not going to keep coming across, you know, these amazing crosses and these amazing beads. These beads, you know, antique rosaries now on eBay, you know, I used to be able to pick them up for 25 years ago, 18, and then, you know, 5 years after that, 25, and then 40, and now we're going like, you know, 80, 95, just depending, because they know they're antique, and everybody, you know, that loves a rosary, you know, they'll pay it. So, and I can't, so I have to scrounge for those, and I know how hard they are for me. This is another one, creamy pearl, but not a rosary. So I've showed this one before. As a matter of fact, I was going to throw it on there. I have one right here. I love lockets. I think I sell a lot of lockets at the holidays because they make amazing gifts. This has another Spanish vibe. It's just an old locket, opens from the back, yeah. I've already featured this, but it opens from the back, like so. You can put one photo in here. But it came like this, you know, in this beautiful, you know, it's not lightweight piece. It's a heavy piece of this beautiful brassy, detailed, and I actually added this really old cross that was starting to get, you know, just yucky and losing its luster, and that's what I loved about it. So I just put that atop, and then it's on the creamy pearl connector beads, and not super religious, just, you know, if you didn't love the cross, I could take it off, but I love it. But a piece like this would be 160 retail at my show, and about 145 for YouTubers, because they're hard to find inexpensive pieces now. And with everything in, everybody wearing vintage, the whole trend of vintage clothes is vintage jewelry, vintage bags, vintage shoes. My daughter lives in LA. She'll go maybe twice a year to like the Beverly Center or, you know, those great shopping malls in Beverly Hills, because they don't even want that. I mean, they want vintage, use, clothing that is trendy and, looks one of a kind. Nobody wants to be a carbon copy of anybody anymore. God bless. I love that. Okay, that's it. I'm done. The only other one that is a possible shorty because of the way I would wear it is this one. This is on a super long, hopefully I can get it right on this. I have to face it. This is on a, here we go. I prefer it this way. Okay, so it's really long, obviously. It's probably 30 inches. You can wear it down to your hoo-ha if you want, but like this, short, just pulled through like a scarf with this little connector piece, I'd say it's pretty wowza. And this particular one would be 160, so like 145 to you guys. This is a brass. It's actually a Virgin Saints and Angels, but it's very vintage because I picked it up way back in the day when she was just starting. So this one's got to be as old as 25 years because that's how long I've been making them. So there you go. That's all the wowza stuff. That is the completion of Lori Christos's Madonna and Child jewelry short necklaces that are available to all of you YouTube people for 20 off if you take the time and look, and feel free to reach out with any questions because I love talking about it. And we will come back, I will show you, we will come back and scan some of the long ones. And if you see over there, I've got boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff hiding. And I'm going to say good night and see ya maybe tomorrow with some long or some turquoise. I got to get it out by Thursday. Bye now.